Hi everybody, it's Litecoin Lisa and I am here at Nana's for Thanksgiving. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. We have a special treat today with all the cooking and celebrating that we did yesterday. We wanted to have our friend, the famous Italian chef. We heard he's visiting his friend Alan Austin for Thanksgiving and the holidays. And so we are going to cook up some, what is it, Mom?
Some Italian sausage cheese ravioli with fresh marinara sauce.
That sounds nice. Buongiorno. I do not have a wine, but cheers. I have a water.
Cheers.
And I will try and drink it under my mustache.
But we are cooking now. You have to cook with the wine.
What?
She thinks she has an accent too. Every time she's cooking Italian, she speaks with an Italian accent.
What are you cooking, huh?
The ravioli, but first I put the
I'll give you a FedEx number. You send it overnight.
Oh.
I'll have a ravioli.
Molto bene.
So, Italian chef, we're curious. We saw your video that you did such an excellent job on the pizza and the explanation of some cryptocurrencies. I was curious when you first heard about cryptocurrency and how you learned about cryptocurrency.
Well, yeah, it's a good question. So, I learned about the Bitcoin maybe about 67 years ago. I like to smoke cigars once in a while. In this place, it started accepting Bitcoin. In the place I bought the cigars once in a while, it said, now accepting Bitcoin. Okay. So after about 6 months of seeing this Bitcoin, I said, what is this a Bitcoin? I got to find out. So I do some research. I say, okay, this sounds interesting. Then I do more research. Maybe I buy a Bitcoin, and all of a sudden, everybody's losing at that Bitcoin because of this Migox or whatever you call this place. Okay, so I say, no, this is not for me. I cannot do this. I need to be able to afford the pepperoni and the toppings that I put on my pizza. So this is not going to work. So I come back a couple years more, and I see the Bitcoin again. I say, okay, here it is again. I check. Oh, all of a sudden, it's like a 10 times the price. This is ridiculous. So I say, no, now is it too expensive? I do not know anything about this Bitcoin. What am I doing? Huh? I got to be smart. Mm-hmm. But a couple years later, I see Bitcoin is still around. Unbelievable. Now it's even higher. I say, okay, now is the time. I need to find out about the Bitcoin. This was maybe, 3 years ago. And I do a research, and this is a blockchain. I'm like, what is this blockchain? The block, the chain, how do these things? So I do a little research, and I go, this is kind of interesting, okay? Because I understand the money a little bit. I've had to work with the bankers for many, many years in my other business, and let me tell you, it's a pain in the ass sometimes with these banks, okay? So,
absolutely.
After understanding more about the blockchain and the technology and the spending, giving up so much cooking because I'm spending so much time over here with it.
Oh, that's not good. You must stay with the cooking.
This was not easy, okay? Because look, this is my dog, and my dog barks. She protects. She's a good dog.
That's good.
Okay.
We have some good dogs over here too.
I love a dog. A dog is a man's best friend, no question.
That's right.
Okay, so after spending much time, I say this is a real deal. This is something. So I better get involved. So maybe in the very beginning of 2017, I started buying some Bitcoin, and then the more I find out about it, the more I invest and buy. And as I was doing that, I came across this thing called a Litecoin. I'm like, what is this, a Litecoin? I just spent enough time on this Bitcoin. But I started researching, I buy, and so I buy a little Litecoin, I send it to somebody, and the minute I send, I go, woo, this is even faster. It's like having a better oven. It cooks a little faster.
That's right.
But you can't cook too fast either because quality takes a time. So I started buying Litecoin. I get more involved, and the story goes from there. Okay, it's like a big black hole,
right down the hill. Yeah.
Yes.
So
and for me, it's like the more I invest, the more I get involved, the more I meet the people, the more I understand the companies getting in the business.
Yes.
Go, okay, this is good. How can I apply this to my cooking and help people understand? And that's kind of where I come from.
That's wonderful. So what got you into cooking?
But I have to, let me just tell you one thing first, okay? I have to understand it. This is a Litecoin in the Bitcoin, the halving and things like that. I'm still confused, okay? Help me understand, okay? What is this a Litecoin having? Okay, how can you take a money and cut the money in half? This is making no sense. Okay, let me give you an example. Okay, let's say this is a money. Okay, the $1. Okay,
That's
now I cut this dollar in half. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I say,
Yay! Cheers.
it's John. They say, John Kim, here's the money. You cleaning my toilet. Okay. What's he gonna do, huh? Is he gonna
I think
clean?
he's gonna tell you no.
No, maybe if I put this back together, he cleaned my toilet, possibly. But this makes no sense to me, huh? This is making no sense. So, but I tell you what, I like a Litecoin, and here's why. It's like a Bitcoin, but light.
Yes.
Let me give you an example. This is why I like a Litecoin. I'll come back to your question in a minute. I do not want to interrupt, but this is important for me.
We want to hear all about you.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to use some almonds here, okay? This is a bag of almonds. Yes, lightly salted almonds. You do not want too much salt. Okay. Let's say this one almond is a 1 Bitcoin, okay?
Okay.
It's an almond, but today it's a Bitcoin. Now, for the same price, for the Litecoin, we get a lot of almonds, huh?
Yeah.
And this is a good when you're hungry. Okay, but you think that's a nice... Buongiorno, my friends are here in the house.
Oh, no.
They're looking at me a little funny going, what is this? For the same price as a Litecoin with XRP, okay, here we go. I don't know how much you could see, but I put some almonds in there. Let's do this. Okay, okay. Scusi. I have a headset I got. Okay, easy blender, huh?
Yes.
I put this on. This is XRP. XRP is not plugged in. Scusi un momento.
Oh my goodness.
This was working a little while ago. I do not understand
That's
why
like
it's not working.
XRP. Sometimes it works, maybe.
Yeah, when XRP is not working very well, I do not know what's going on. What is going on here, huh? This is making no sense. Okay, one more time we try. Let me try one more thing. Scusi.
Funny. Because XRP is not working very well. We know we don't have those problems with Litecoin because Litecoin worked for 8 years, 7 years, 8 years without any
Never
failures.
That's right.
Yeah. And nobody likes a failure.
I do not know what happened. This was working. Huh? ¿Qué pasó?
Now I'm speaking Spanish.
What is on? Eyes, so on. Okay, momento. Well, this is a disappointing, I tell you, because I was using it as a blender this morning, and it was working fine.
That's okay. We were just
This
explaining.
Vitamix is supposed to be a good blender. I do not understand.
Yeah. And now that he can't, he has his speakers.
Okay.
So we were just explaining while you were working on the blender that, you know, this doesn't happen with Litecoin. That Litecoin is working.
This is a good example. I was going to show you how XRP, with this you can make an almond butter. And this is actually good when you want a sandwich, but we don't make nothing right now.
But, well, it's centralized. So if the Ripple wants to turn off the power, then, you know, you can't use it.
This is true. This is a good point. It's not working right. Like XRP is very questionable. And wait a minute. Oh, yes, it still smells a little funny too. That's very questionable. But let me tell you something. I like it. I like a Litecoin. In fact, did you see me? I was at the Litecoin Summit. I saw you both.
I saw you, yeah.
Did you see me?
Oh,
Yes, it's great to see you.
Yes.
This guy right here.
No, I think you were eating some pasta in the
No.
restaurante.
Look, I was there. Look, let me show you.
Oh,
You had to look close, but I do not know why nobody saw me. Eh? Sometimes I had to stay low because the people, they want my attention. I got to be careful. But look.
everybody wants a picture with the famous chef.
See, you know what? This is what I don't understand. Look, hey, Charley Lee, hey, he's there. Okay, Charlie, sign my wallet. Sign my T-shirt. Look, come on, eh? His signature on the wallet is not going to put more Litecoin on the wallet, huh? But
Good point.
with me, I give you an autograph
There you
picture.
are.
You can go down to the store, you can buy a frame, you can put it on your wall. This is nice. And sometimes you have like the Aaron brothers near me where you buy one and you get another one for a penny. And with that, you can buy two, okay?
Oh,
Awesome.
Christmas gifts.
So are you selling those for Litecoin? You accept Litecoin for those?
Yes.
Oh,
Litecoin. I will accept the Litecoin. You buy one, and today is a Black Friday, so I give you another one.
Oh,
absolutely.
So,
we'll put a link.
Friends. Now that's a value, huh? And if you don't like that, you can make a paper airplane, maybe the origami, I don't know. But let me explain. Look,
Use it to start a fire, whatever.
I do not know if you could see this, but I was at the summit. Take a good look, okay? You had to look close. This is the athlete panel. Take a good look there and tell me if you could see me. This is difficult because I cannot see what I'm showing you. But
so are you saying that?
I'm right behind the Tyler guy. You see?
Oh, look, he's there. He was at the summit.
Rather look
That's
close.
athletes panel though. Are you saying that cooking is a sport? You're an
It's
athlete?
kind of a sport. It's very, yes, I want to explain how exhausting a cooking could be sometimes, huh? Because you're running to this stove, you're running to that place, everything is very exhausting. So I was there, but more than that,
Running around the kitchen.
Who knew?
I cannot believe that you, Nana, and you, Lisa, did not see me because at the very end, I was right next to you. Take a good look, huh?
What?
Do you see?
We were just so busy.
I was so paying
I was
attention.
right next to you.
Yeah, I missed
We were
you.
watching John
I'm
Kim.
sorry. Yeah, we were watching John Kim. I apologize, Chef, that I didn't notice you were there. I would have gotten a selfie with you.
Oh, yeah, me too.
I would have wanted a picture with you.
Yeah.
Maybe I send this to
Just
you.
said something to us.
And then lastly, this was very hard for me to find, but I was in the disguise at how you say, Wild West, the crypto panel,
Yeah, Wild
with
West
Charley Lee at the end.
The
I
cowboy.
do not know if you can see this guy right here, but take a good look. That's me in disguise, huh? You see?
Yeah,
Okay.
you got really tall for that one.
Yes. I do not know what happened, but anyway.
Those cowboy boots, I guess.
The
You were
heels.
in disguise. Yeah, for sure. Well, Mom,
Now,
we really need your advice on
Yes.
how you prepare your garlic for your sauce.
Yes.
I cannot tell you this today.
Oh,
it's a
the
secret.
We have to go off of the air, off of the record for this one. Let me tell you why. You have your own secrets. There's some things you want to share, some things you don't. Look, this is my life. The cooking. I have to be very careful. But I will tell you later. What I will do, I will send you this picture, and on the back, I will write it down for you.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
I'll hang it in my
I will
office.
give you a private key, and with that, you will get the recipe.
And we will hold the keys, so we will have our recipe.
Yes. Keep your
But
recipe.
look, I have to be honest. You cook a lot, okay? My cooking is okay. I'm a specialty. I don't have to cook a wide range, but I focus on what I'm good at, okay? Because when it comes to a pizza, for example, it's not just the dough and the cheese and the pepperoni, okay? It's the placement of everything, okay? You cannot just put the pepperoni over here, over there. You've got to be careful, okay? Everybody that gets a slice needs a nicely balanced slice.
Mhm.
People do not understand. It's like an art, okay?
Okay.
So this is why I focus on very few things, but very good things. Now, I'm looking at you right now. You got these wonderful food dishes. Oh, what is
Yeah.
this?
We have the ravioli and Mom's cutting. She crushed some. You crushed it?
No, I just minced it. I
Minced
chopped
the
it very
garlic,
fine.
chopped it very fine,
Got
and
the
some
garlic in here somewhere. Then chop an onion, chop some little celery, and then I saute it in the olive oil, and then I sprinkle in a generous amount of basil. And
I can smell.
yeah, after the onions are like translucent, then I add some diced tomatoes and just a little bit of tomato sauce. And then
she still thinks she has an accent.
we put the ravioli into the boiling water.
Oh my goodness.
And then we
drink some wine while
Drink some
it
wine.
cooks.
and then we add
Mine is nice.
our parmigiana over the top. Molto bene. Yeah.
But yesterday for the Thanksgiving, you cook it too.
See.
All day.
See. Yes. What's this?
Nice. Is it leftover stuff too?
Oh yeah.
Oh. for like a
But you're still cooking. You do not stop.
nonstop. 2 days. Cook 2 days.
Very
She
nice.
cooks
As I said,
every day. No, she
Breakfast.
cooks.
you FedEx overnight, I eat with you, and we call it a day. This looks nice.
That would be good.
I can smell it from here.
Good.
That's all the
Nana, you visit your family, but you have a family today. This Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Is it just you two or everybody?
Oh no, we have my husband, Charlie, and my dad are out in the garage sorting everything. We had grandkids spend the night last night, and my son Cannon is here.
Your sister?
Your Charlie is not the Charlie Lee.
No, that's why I say my Charlie.
I didn't.
When I talk,
want to make sense.
yeah, when I talk on Twitter or on videos, and I say Charlie, people are like, Charlie Lee, and I'm like,
my
no,
Charlie.
Charlie. Yeah, no, he's his own Charlie.
Okay,
Yeah, we have.
very nice.
Yeah, here comes Cannon. You want to say
Cannon,
hi
wanna
to the
say
famous
hello?
chef?
The famous.
Buongiorno, Cannon.
That's
How are you?
Yeah,
Do you like the food that's being cooked? It looks nice.
yeah, it's good, huh?
Did you have a nice Thanksgiving?
Yes. Mm-hmm. He's a little sleepy. He's got the turkey hangover, I think.
I can understand the turkey hangover.
Yeah.
Very sleepy.
Yeah.
Very nice though. Does it smell good? It
You
smells.
over here.
Cody,
I don't know
say
if he'll
hi?
come on.
Oh, come here and say hi. Cody.
He's over playing
Oh,
like
he's
with a
very
Rubik's
shy.
cube or something. Yeah. Don't lean on the table, brother. Cannon.
You want to
Oh.
shake the table? Oh, maybe get
Here
some.
comes
I
Pop.
remember the Rubik's Cube. That was fun. Very difficult.
Family.
Here,
Charlie,
my
say
Charlie
hello.
is coming in.
They're
So,
not Charlie Lee.
so this is the
This
famous.
is not a Charlie Lee.
No,
Hey, Charlie.
this is my Charlie.
Buongiorno. Hey, let me ask you, Charlie, you working with it? I heard the good things because John he come to my house. Well, it's not my house. I stay with this guy, Alan. But he come here, we hang out. He always say, this is Charlie so great. This is Charlie so great. Huh? I hear all the time, huh?
It's me.
Charlie.
That's you. This is not a Charlie Lee. Like I said, he signed the wallets and the autograph, but you do this. This is important.
Yes.
This.
He comes and helps my parents.
This?
Mm.
Let me ask you. I was looking on Twitter the other day, and I saw the Subaru selling the third car with the Bitcoin. Is this true?
Yeah.
This is
Yes.
amazing. This is a beautiful.
See, it's a
What
beauty.
about the Litecoin?
See,
That's nothing yet with a Litecoin.
Litecoin, Ethereum,
But you sell it so far the 3 cars.
Litecoin for accessories.
Have you sold anything with a Litecoin?
Some accessories.
Okay, it's a start.
It's a start. Yep.
Excellent. The
So-
people that they pay with the Bitcoin, they pay all the Bitcoin in the cash, and they use the Bitcoin. Give me my car, I'm done. How does this work?
Some make a down payment and some pay in full.
Very nice.
Either
This
way.
is beautiful.
Very nice to see you.
Nice seeing you.
He's got to go help my dad.
Okay.
They
Congratulations on that. That's very, very good.
Yeah, we're excited about it. We actually got a lot of press from it. That's where I would encourage other businesses to receive cryptocurrency. I mean, we were mentioned in Forbes magazine and several other. So if you're looking for some free marketing, free advertising, the community that's behind cryptocurrency and Litecoin specifically is fantastic. And so I think today Kat put out a tweet. If you follow Red Cat Life, she put out a tweet to remind everybody it's Black Friday and remember to support businesses that accept cryptocurrency. And she created a image or graphic that showed all these businesses that you can shop at with your Litecoin.
Yes.
And
This is important. This is important. I love the community. The community is amazing.
yeah,
Everybody participating in the different ways and bringing different skills, and it's all important to work it together because we need not just this and not just that. We need everybody contributing in any way possible.
that's right. And that's what I love about the decentralized community of Litecoin. If you have a great idea, don't wait for Charlie Lee to fund you for you to go do it. You go do your great idea and contribute, and then it benefits everyone to support you in what you're doing. So
Yes, exactly.
wonderful, wonderful ecosystem that we can all be building each other up and all be benefiting from that all the time.
It's the power of the people, the power of the community. We do a lot together. For example, you do so much with your interviews and everything you do. I try and do something with the pizza and the food. Some people did the program and they code and they do this, and other people do that. We need all of this. We cannot just have Bitcoin without a pizza. We cannot have a Litecoin without a ravioli. You know, it's making no sense. This is a beautiful. And that wine looks nice right now.
Cheers. We can send some to you with ravioli tomorrow.
Yes.
Overnight, some wine and ravioli. Last time we did a, speaking of mom cooking and Litecoin family and all that, one of our first meetups that we went together, we went to New Jersey, right? Mm-hmm. And my mom and I each had a Yeti cooler full of manicotti, mushroom manicotti.
I had made it from scratch.
That she made from scratch to take to the Litecoin family. And then we had everybody come over to the Airbnb and we cooked and ate, and everybody contributed that way too. Somebody brought salad and somebody brought cookies, and we got to spend all that time together. It was really cool.
TSA did like kind of ruffle through the manicotti packets.
They weren't sure about.
They didn't know what we were shipping.
I love Nana because this is amazing. Plus, you tell me that Nana gets into the cryptocurrency even before you.
Absolutely.
And she bring you into the cryptocurrency.
Absolutely.
And how long ago was this again?
2015. I heard about it in about 2013, but you know, it was more difficult to get, and I was a little slow on the pickup. I was more focused on the silver and gold. And,
yes.
You know, I think we all say, "Oh, I wish I'd have bought." You know, when I first heard.
Every interview I do, everybody says, "I wish if only I." When I first heard about it, if I had gotten in, everyone says that.
I guess it's part of having skin in the game, because I not only did I like buy Bitcoin at a relatively low price, you know, starting in 2015. Then I proceeded in 2017 to spend a lot of it on coins that some of don't even exist now. And, you know, I'm thinking, oh, if I only knew to keep it in Bitcoin, but it's a learning curve. Yeah. It's just part of the, you know,
it's a process, so we all learn. But still, 2015, the mom gets in the first before the daughter is amazing. Yeah. If I had told my mom about the Bitcoin in 2015, she'd say, "You're crazy, huh? Get out of the kitchen."
Well, and I really would not have done it, except it was a set of circumstances. In 2017, Papa was in the hospital, and Lisa and Charlie came to see him, and then we all.
Lisa, Charley Lee came to see him.
No, our Charlie. And
yes, you're the Charlie.
Right, and I think he had.
Charley Lee cannot come to see everybody.
No, and so he had to have a procedure or something done, and so we took a break and went to a local restaurant, and we were, you know, having a beer and talking, and so I finally, you know, after a couple of beers, I say, "I gotta tell you about something," but it's like I thought I was again so like off the edge.
But that was that was our first introduction to understanding how corrupt our current fiat system is, and how it's failing. I really hadn't thought about it. I mean, we're just in this cycle. You know, they just tell you, "Oh no, this car just costs more now." Well, it shouldn't. You know, Papa told a story last night or night before about when he went to Korea and cars were like $500. And he came back and they're $4,000. And just, you know, when it's that frog in a pot, when so many Americans, or not just Americans, but so many of us are that frog in the pot, and this corrupt fiat system is swallowing us, and we're not noticing the temperatures turning up and turning up.
You know, that normalcy bias, you know, everybody says, well, that's the way it is. That's normal.
Yeah.
You know, why shouldn't you pay for your house 3 times over 30 years instead of, you know.
This is amazing, you know, and I think it because it happens so slowly that the people do not understand what's happening in front of them. But the house thing is a good example. You know, my grandma, she live now more, but when she bought her first house in 1946, she paid $16,000 for this nice $16,000. Okay, now I look at today. And back then, by the way, the average salary was, about $3,600 and nationwide. Okay. Based on the average salary today, that house should only cost maybe $200,000. But that house would be worth over $1 million. Okay, this is making no sense.
Yeah.
You cannot. One back then, one person maybe couldn't afford it for the family. Now it's not even 2 or 3. Huh? You
Right.
need like a 5 people living and working together.
Right.
For the average person.
Double income, which then you have less time for the family.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
I think that's part of their plan too.
But this is a kind of a new thing. Huh? This is a new norm in some extent because we see changes, but we don't. You smart, you see the change up front, but still, I think the most people don't see the change yet. It takes us a time.
It's gradual.
We do our job.
That's where the Litecoin family is doing such a great job planting seeds. You can get your seed cards. You can go to changeangel.io and plant a seed where you physically leave your seed card. You can then put it on a map so that other people can find it. And when they scan the code on the seed card, it takes them to Litecoin, the website for Litecoin, and they can learn about true currency. And I think it's just amazing.
It is.
Yeah. Mom was planting seeds all the way back from Litecoin Summit. We went together in Vegas. Oh, well, you were there. Apparently I just missed seeing you, but
I show you where I was there.
I know.
You have a proof, huh?
That's
right there.
That's right.
You can't believe everything.
But I was also disguised as this guy Alan. Did you see this guy Alan?
I did see Alan. Yes.
That was me.
Oh, that's a disguise. So you can grow a mustache like really fast.
Yeah, I have my ways. I cannot explain it.
That must be an Italian man thing. I don't know.
Maybe.
But yes, we're very hairy with Italian men. Now I love the seed thing. This gives me an idea. Maybe I make a pizza, and before I put the cheese on, I put the Litecoin seed card underneath, huh?
Maybe put it on the box.
Oh, you think?
Maybe put your QR code and the scan on your box of your pizza.
I like. Ooh, that's a nice idea.
Somebody could learn about Litecoin.
This is true. Very nice. Very nice. What do you think the community is growing? Yeah, we look at maybe in the last couple of years. I see for me, I Twitter, for example. I just started using a Twitter with the Litecoin and crypto and Bitcoin because I had the account like a lot of people, but it's a greater community. I mean, there's crazy people, of course, but I notice despite all the
well, I think that what John Kim did for our community was brilliant. I think it's a huge part of why the Litecoin family is so strong is with him traveling around, meeting people, and then joining us together as a family in a chat.
Sure.
I mean, I live in Oklahoma, and I have some of the people I talk to every day, several times a day, are on the East Coast and the West Coast. And I think that us having that place where we can share in that private chat where we can share our day and, when personal things happen, recently Becca shared that Becca's I Make Lemonade, and she shared that she was struggling with some personal things and that Randy was a big help to her, which LTC is the right coin. And you think about how these two people that had nothing in common and didn't know each other except for Litecoin brought them together, and they can be there for each other during those times. So that's really a beautiful thing.
Yes, it is. It's a beautiful, people stepping up when the times of need and the hard times, because, this is not a straight line. We have this zigzag in order to see a progress. John Kim is amazing. I tell John, look, sometimes he say, no, I'm not the brightest guy. I say, look, there's a two brights. There's a street smart bright and there's a book smart bright. Let me tell you something, If I had to pick for my survival, I think I go with the street smarts, okay?
Yes.
This is more important, okay? Look, I had the education. I went to a grad school, master's degree, this and that. Okay, I will see this. Most of the teachers in the grad school, they don't have a street smarts. They don't have a real experience. They tell you what the theories in the books and everything. And then you get out inside in the street and you realize this is this is nothing alike as they teach you, okay?
Right.
The most valuable lessons I could speak of for me have been working with the people in the real life and the street smarts. And this is how you learn. to survive
And
in social.
it's what you do with that education, whatever your level of education or your skills are.
Yes.
You doing to make this world a better place, to make it help others, build them up, and get us all. We all have this journey to go through, and if we can help each other along the way, it improves all of our lives.
Yes, we do. And John Kim is actually smart. I listen to his interviews, and I said, don't sell yourself short. I tell John all the time, don't sell. You might be short, but don't sell yourself short. Okay, I tell John. If he was here now, I tell him we get him on the video. But yes,
he said when he comes back from Korea, he's gonna come on my channel, and we're gonna do a video.
Okay. So. Maybe I crash the channel for 5-10 minutes. I'll bring a pizza or something for everybody. Maybe I see when he's on the channel if he will take this and clean up my toilet.
I don't.
Maybe I put these two together. What do you think about this anyway? Huh? People ripping these up. I say, look, people say I'm smart. This is no good. We need crypto. But I say, look, I don't know about that, because you put these back together, I can buy some Litecoin. And then that's another better way to get rid of this.
Yes, that's probably the best use for it. Highest and best use for fiat is to buy Litecoin.
To get rid of it. Here you go. Take my fiat. Take my paper. Huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're looking at we're seeing more and more of the Bitcoin and Litecoin ATMs going in.
Yes.
I've got friends at CoinFlip ATM, and they have been recruiting people and finding sites. They have more than 388 locations where you can get rid of that dirty fiat and get your Litecoin, Bitcoin. So
this is a dirty. I don't know how. This is now in my hands, but I question how many hands has this been in before I am touching this.
Right.
Okay. How much cocaine was used for this before I touched it?
They were snorting cocaine with a dollar bill. I think that dollar bill has just been in places.
Look at the face. Even the George Washington is like, I've been some places, huh? Yes, I like it. The coin flip. They was at the summit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, very nice. And if some people do not have access to exchanges, and this is a nice option for them. And it's also good for getting the word out about. This reminds me. I was driving the other day. I do drive, and it was dark and we couldn't take a picture. But this big bus came by, and on the entire side they had Gemini had a huge advertisement. And it's something like your money not safe, they're regulated cryptocurrency exchange or whatever. But it was first time I see this, a huge ad on the side of a bus in Los Angeles.
In the real world, yeah.
This was pretty cool.
I saw one of those, I don't know if it was on Twitter, but I saw one that someone tweeted in New York. And yes. You are visiting Alan in California, right?
Yes.
So that's exciting to know that from New York to California, they're having exposure for Bitcoin and.
Yes. And exposure is exposure. We cannot fight because any exposure is good right now. This is a hard enough a push and fight in general. So I say we work together.
At that point, this Libra coin tried to come out and people were bashing it and whatever. And to me, no, I would never buy any or waste my money.
Yes,
but I think it's part of adoption. And maybe XRP is part of adoption too,
They say no such a thing as a bad publicity. Look, if you truly understand the Bitcoin and a Litecoin, then you're not going to care about the Libra, right? It makes no difference. It's not the same. But what it does do is it opens up people's eyes to the entire idea of a cryptocurrency.
And then hopefully they educate themselves and they find Bitcoin and Litecoin.
Yes.
After having that introduction. So
I think so. I think all roads, ultimately lead to the right place. I hope so. It's not bad. I do not see it as a competition. I see it as a positive thing. The bigger companies getting involved and more people getting involved continues to show that we go in the right direction.
Absolutely.
Yes. I say this. That's what I say. Oh, yes. Yes. I'm trying to figure out which one is the quickest way to get your food to my house. Is it FedEx or maybe UPS? I do not think a USPS, but I look at options.
I used FedEx recently. That was pretty good.
It's a fast. We do a same day. If we can send via Amazon, they come. You have ravioli arrive at my house for the same day. That would be nice.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yes.
We'll get Amazon to start doing shipping peer to peer.
Oh, they'll use it
like.
maybe.
That's a nice. You see, we come up with the ideas.
Yes, we have some good ideas.
You want an almond?
No, only if
These are the good ones.
a Bitcoin.
These are very questionable.
Yes.
It's amazing. I tell you, for the last 5 years, this blender has worked it flawless. The minute I put the XRP in there, the first time it doesn't work. This is unbelievable.
What can we say?
Something good to be said, I say. But are you guys, is there something burning back there? Because I noticed you haven't not gone back.
Distracted.
I turned it off because I was afraid that this might happen.
Ah.
I'll think.
You want to go back? Because I think my friend Alan can come on in for a few minutes.
Good.
Yeah.
Let Alan come on and I'll get back to my cooking.
Okay. Give me 1 minute. I go find him. I go drag
Nice
him
to
over
see you.
here.
Thank you for coming on, Chef. Thank you so much. Please send me a picture.
Buongiorno, arrivederci. I appreciate it. Yes, I will send you your pic of an autograph picture.
Yes.
And the recipe, don't forget.
Ah, the recipe, the garlic
Grazie.
recipe. Yes, just for you, Nana.
Okay.
Okay, I'll be back. Well, I won't be back.
Yeah.
Scusi.
You.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, that was fun. So the chef is visiting Alan, I guess for Thanksgiving. So he must have brought him in, and Mom is now.
Yes, now I'm going to start cooking this a little bit. Don't get yes off.
She was distracted.
You know, who doesn't love the Italian chef? You know?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Maybe I should.
Oh, I know what you could share while you wait for Alan.
What's that?
We heard this morning that if
Oh,
all
from
the
Bitcoin Bin.
exchanges were honest, yeah, Bitcoin Bin was saying Bitcoin should be 45,000 and Litecoin should be 1,800. And that's coming because of the arbitrage. As people buy it cheap on the ones that don't really hold all the coins, they'll go over to the ones that have an honest exchange and sell it. And that's going to put the dishonest ones out of business. And pretty soon we're going to see real
So it
prices.
kind of forces a proof of keys by doing
Yes,
that,
I
but
think
for
so.
the exchanges. Because
Yes.
they'll have to actually have the Bitcoin because people are going to be pulling it off. Oh, Alan's back. So hold on a minute. We've got, Alan is here.
Oh, hey, guys.
Hey, it was great to meet your friend. Thanks so much for
Yes, he has his moments. He definitely has his moments. Yeah, he told me about this blender thing. That's pretty crazy. I've used it too, and it's never had this problem.
You never had a problem at your house? Crazy. It must have been those XRP almonds.
That's true. That's true.
So
Very
how was your Thanksgiving?
Awesome. Very cool. My mom, she lives in LA too, and she loves to cook. So she's been retired for a while, and it's her hobby. And it's like every year there's something new, and it's like,
Awesome.
you know, it's crazy. We eat so quick, right? It's like I know how much time it takes to cook, and then all of a sudden it's like gone. Like, you know, like that.
No, my mom is like, wears me out because we get here and she's from the minute she wakes up, she's cooking and taking care of my dad and, you know, running around. And we just get done with breakfast and then she's got to clean it. She has to hand wash everything before she puts it in the dishwasher. And so clean everything.
I do that too. I almost like to a point where why don't I just finish?
Why am I
putting it in the dishwasher?
Yeah. But, so she does all that. And then literally, you know, my dad's sitting there and he's eating breakfast and talking and playing on his iPad and researching things. And by the time she gets done cleaning, he's like, hey, Sylvia, what are we having for lunch? And then they start in on the next meal and she cooks everything from scratch. And so it takes forever. I don't know how she does it.
That's fun. You know.
Well, it's exhausting to me.
That's awesome. And you guys live
Love.
you said about an hour. I think you said about 2 hours away, an hour away. You said something.
We live 3.5 hours away.
Oh, 3.5 hours. Okay.
Yeah. So when we go to meetups or events, I drive here and then we fly out of, she has the cutest little airport in Fort Smith. It has, it looks like a grandmother's living room. Literally it has little mauve couches. It got voted an award for their women's bathroom.
Yes, the best bathrooms in the
The
country.
airport?
Nicest bathroom in the country or something ridiculous.
The airport Received an award for the best women's bathroom.
Yes, and it only has 3 gates.
But you use it. They have like
Yeah, because go through
commercial
New
flights.
Jersey there. Oh my gosh, we're like this, you know. So I can drive here.
So wait, you fly there? You fly there between you both instead of driving?
No, I drive.
She'll drive, but then like when we went to the meetups in New Jersey, St. Louis, and all,
And they have enough flights out of this little. That's cool.
but we usually have to change plans in Dallas. I guess pretty much Dallas or
Mostly.
Well, you guys flew to the summit, though, obviously, right?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. She was talking.
Oh no, it's cool. That looks really good. I'm watching her cook or mixing it.
It smells delicious, so we're gonna have a little Italian lunch.
Nice. You guys flew to the summit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To Vegas for sure. Yeah. So we.
How long?
Oh.
You guys left right after? Or? Okay.
Hour flight and then a 2.5 hour flight or something.
How long did you come out for? I don't think I saw you. I stayed for a couple days after, but I don't.
No, we didn't stay after. It was like Halloween, and I've got a little one. I had to get back, so we came. We stayed with Bix and Amy and Ben and a bunch of crypto fam people at Airbnb. I think we came in, maybe Sunday and left Wednesday. So I'd like to be able to stay longer next time, either come in earlier or stay longer, because the Litecoin Summit had great content. So I was like in there listening to the speakers, but then you don't get to visit with all your friends. So
I know, because exactly, it goes fast, and that's true. And there's a lot of things going around outside and around the whole blockchain week. So I think the best part of some of these events is like just the people and just getting to do things and fun things, and of course the content and things like that, but just all the people that you meet in the space.
Well, and it's so great for us because we, John Kim created that private chat where we talk on East Coast and West Coast team, and then to be able to meet people face to face was really exciting. It was a great time.
You didn't, I'm guessing, like as for me being on the West Coast, I had not met several of the people on the East Coast. It's probably the other way around for you, right?
Well, I'm on both.
In person.
So but I hadn't met a lot of them in person. I've done interviews with many of them, and would like to eventually get everybody on. But
like Mame.
Yeah, it was so nice to meet Mame.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
My fiance is over there. She's Brazilian too, and they really connected a while back, and so they're friends now. And I think it's perfect too, because like Daniela, my fiance, is trying to starting to understand more about crypto and getting involved. But from being Brazilian, it's just much easier for her to communicate things.
For sure.
There's a connection there. Brazilians, when they get together.
Yeah. My best friend is Brazilian, and we have.
Well, you met those,
Like there's jokes that she doesn't get. That's one of my good friends that you met, Amber. But my closest friend is her name's Audrey, and she is, or Adriana, and she's Brazilian, and she will tell jokes and stuff. Hey, Cody, can you bring Papa's walker over for him, buddy?
Stay right. Hold on to this. Let me get your walkers.
Here comes my dad. So you'll get to meet the legend.
Oh, I just saw Charley I. Charlie.
Oh, that's my Charlie.
I'm just kidding.
We're on a video. You want to say hi to Alan Austin?
Yes, come say hi. Come here, Papa.
You got here.
Come say hello.
Okay, hold on.
Hey, Charlie, were you at were you at the summit? I don't remember.
Huh?
Did you make it to the summit?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember.
Here's Papa.
This is Alan.
Hello, everyone.
How are you? You guys enjoying
How
your
you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you. How was your Thanksgiving?
How was Thanksgiving?
How was your holiday? Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
you're making a whole weekend of it though. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
Many days. It's all good.
Very cool.
He's in and he's out. So that is the legendary Papa T for OU.
Very cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So hopefully I can get my Charlie to come to Litecoin Summit next year.
Yes.
I'll come next year.
Next year, let's do it. All right.
Now we have him on video.
I'm counting on that for next year.
All right, Charlie.
So that'll be nice. We'll continue to do the make the summits.
Yeah, I thought, was it, maybe it was David. Somebody was passing around where would you want to have it again?
Yeah, so we did
But I liked that it was back to back with World CryptoCon. I think they brought up a great point that it was a lot more people were able to come and then go to both events. So
yeah, exactly. So what we did is we had we wanted to get some feedback. I mean, we talked to a lot of people, but we actually created I don't know if you probably received a feedback survey as well.
yeah.
Just to get some more feedback. Oh, are you on if you're on the Litecoin Foundation newsletter. Actually, I think everybody that went should have received the email, but sometimes, yeah, no worries. We actually had a pretty decent response, and one of the questions was, would you like to see it in Vegas again? If not, where would you like to see it? And it's really good to get feedback. And then several other questions, and then like an open sort of any other feedback you can provide that would be helpful type of thing. Well, so it's interesting to get feedback across the board, but
I'm curious if we did like the summit, the conference, but then maybe like do a half birthday, like halfway, and maybe in the spring do a Litecoin fam meetup that's like more in the center of the United States.
Not a bad idea.
And then that's all about community and kind of like a Friendsgiving or something, but
yeah, no, I think that's a great idea. And I know I haven't had a chance to go to any of the bigger, like Bitcoin Bet or any of the East Coast.
You got to come to the
meetups.
The Texas meetup, April 4th is going to be.
That's a big one, yeah.
Yeah, that was.
That would be awesome because I think I agree. There's you're really pulling from community there. It's sort of a balance too, because with the summit too, you want to, so kind of what the survey sort of suggested, which I think makes a lot of sense too, is two things. I mean, one is there's definitely value to be, when we're looking at like the next summit, we're considering a lot of things. We want to obviously be open to whatever makes the most sense. No matter what you decide, there's some people, like if you pick a location, no matter what location, there's going to be people that want it somewhere else because people live everywhere.
Yeah.
But the idea of it being within like a bigger blockchain event, I think there's a lot of value, it seems like, because you do pull people in it gives people a second reason to go somewhere because there's other things. And you get to reach out outside of the Litecoin community, which is really the goal too, right? It's not just talking to ourselves, but pulling more people in, and they can hear the speakers and get involved with different things. So
well, and maybe the community meeting 6 months later could be bring a friend, like to come to the event. You have to bring a non-coiner.
That's a great idea, actually. Yeah. Anyway, any way we can create like value there to bring in people would be awesome.
Yeah.
I know we're committed to doing the next summit.
Great.
Where it hasn't been determined yet. I mean, actually, a lot of people did. In fact, more than 50% did say they like Vegas again. I think it's because, well, I think anywhere, like I said, you're going to have people that want something somewhere else because everybody lives across the world. Some people want it, as far as Europe.
There's a lot of synergy by having it where there's other conferences.
Yeah, no, there's other conferences. That doesn't just mean Vegas. There's other blockchain events, but I think the idea of being within one is good. I think Vegas is one of those few places that definitely has pull as far as international pull, and because people can come in that maybe want to experience other things.
Well, and maybe it's a good idea to alternate East Coast and West Coast, just so it's not so heavy. Or maybe that's where you do the other, meetup or whatever.
It would be, yeah, for sure. I mean, it would be good to like I think Vegas is sort of like, I mean, it's technically in the Western area, but I think that was more looked at as maybe one of those international type destinations. But absolutely would be good to do, if we could do a biannual type thing, that would be awesome. These events take so much work and time, and to plan. I mean, the planning starts like
the day after the event happens, then you start
more or less. Some of it does, and yeah, it's crazy. I don't think a lot of people realize how much work goes into the events, and basically being put on by volunteers, which you're even crazier because it's mainly part-time help. Where a lot of these events, people yeah.
Well, and I think that's a really great point too. I know on the East Coast team, we were chatting about sharing that some people wish, sorry, I'm a hand talker, I'm gonna spill my wine. Some people were wishing that the Litecoin Foundation would kind of share more about when people are doing these things for adoption. And we got to understand that the person that actually handles all the social media is a volunteer and has a full-time real paying job, and then also helps manage and fight FUD. And so I think that part, that was a great moment of learning for all of us and how we can all keep supporting each other. But, so
yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, most of us are, I mean, there's a few, outside of a few paid people, you know, it's primarily volunteers, and you know, certainly not, most people aren't working full time with the foundation. You know, I think the person you're talking to, maybe, well, there's a couple of people we have, like John, who handles our marketing, but he's also, you know, working with other companies, so he's doing this part time. I think maybe Alir, you might be referring to too, that fights the FUD and stuff. He's, you know, he's doing this as a volunteer on the side. So it's
got some great content.
Yeah, he writes some amazing content. Yeah. He does some great articles, and you know, it's pretty awesome when we have people that are any way they can contribute. It's just something I think it's sort of like, so we're doing, you know, we do our best with being a nonprofit, and you know, we're working on ways to improve. And I think one of the goals, and I was I'm a little more involved now. Charley had brought me over to the board of directors, so I'm able to now be more involved. And I think one of the goals for me is to better, you know, continue to improve the communication and utilization of the community. And I think, you know, there's ways we could do that. It's just, you know, kind of as we move forward, because I think that's the biggest value and asset is the community.
Totally agree.
So, you know, providing support, educational, marketing materials, things that allow people to go out and help market, and videos and things to help, so that people aren't out there just sort of having to create their own stuff and being on their own. You know, I think those are things, and
and
a lot of other ways.
Cohesive message that way. I think too, if it generates from the foundation, then that would I think help. So it's exciting. Well,
yeah. I mean, it's it's a process. You know, I think we've done all in all pretty good with considering, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think Mom's ravioli is about done. We've got the sauce almost ready, so I think we're gonna take off and go have some lunch. But we're gonna be apparently we're exchanging ravioli for pictures of the famous chef.
Okay. That sounds good. You know what? He told me that he can actually send you a couple digital. Oh my Lord! Look at this.
Does it look okay, you think?
Banana sauce.
It looks amazing. Can you put it up even closer to the camera?
Television. I don't spill it on my computer, please.
That looks awesome, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Well, enjoy that.
Mercy.
Enjoy your time, and yeah. Hope you guys have a great weekend.
Everybody have a happy holiday, and we look forward to seeing all of you soon. Alan, thanks so much for coming on, and thanks for bringing your friend on.
Yeah, of course. My pleasure.
And remind him that I'm looking for the recipe with the private key behind the picture.
I will.
All right. Thanks, Alan. Have a great holiday.
You too. Thanks.